Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Tony, and today's featured guitar tone patch is going to be a new one. I just happen to call it Country Acoustic. If you have an electric acoustic guitar, this sounds great with it. If you have an electric guitar, a plain electric guitar, go ahead and check out these settings. If you like it, it'll give you a pretty good close acoustic simulator type of tone for your clean electric guitar tone. Alright, so it'll work both ways. For your acoustic electric or an electric guitar, it'll give you a nice acoustic type of tone. Alright, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, leave them below. Look at the screen. I'm using the Boss eBand JS-10, which has the Boss GT100 effects processor built into it. These settings are very basic and simple. Check out my playlist. I have all my guitar tones up there for free. Just go ahead and click any tone you want to, and all my settings are there for you. If you don't have, obviously, my parameters, look at each knob as you would a clock, and I should get you there within the vicinity. And lastly, these tones are mine for you to keep, enjoy. They're free. But if you want to make them better, or if they sound different through your setup, by all means, tweak them, make them better, add this, remove this, and whatnot. These tones are yours to have fun with, and hopefully you can enjoy them. All right, let's go ahead and begin. This is what it sounds like. Now, I'm playing flamenco because I don't know what the hell I'm playing, but I just happen to call this acoustic. So if you had to do like, you know, like hee-haw country stuff, if you had to do all that type of picking, this tone is perfect for you. But I can't do that, but I just like the tone because it's a good tone. Listen. Let's see, begin. All right, let's look at the screen and let's see what we have here. All right, now for this, you're gonna be like, Tony, why is your amp off? I'll show you why in a minute, but I have an amp, but it's off. So I'm gonna get a lot of this tone with the compressor and the EQ. All right, so listen. All right, that's my ring, okay? That's my ring, all right? So I have an amp, but it's going to be off for this tone. I have a compressor, no overdrive distortion. I am using a noise gate, some EQ, some chorus. I do have some delay, but it's subtle. Listen. Almost like a slapback. Excuse my acoustic chops, they suck. I know they suck, but I like the tone. Maybe I'll get back into this because this helps you play cleaner and it challenges you more. So I need to get back into my acoustic. So bad. Let's get back to the tone so I don't embarrass myself further. I am using delay and reverb. All right, let's go ahead and begin. So this is my country acoustic. Now I'm using a JC-120 Roland amp, a JC-120. So go ahead and look that up in your amp modeling. Everyone should have a JC-120. And there's my gain at 41 and my effect level at 64. Now you're asking, why is it off? Let's go ahead and put that on and you hear the difference. Now let's turn that back off. Oops. Tony, do you know what you're doing? Oops. Alright, so bear with me. JC-120 amp for your modeling. Gain at 41. Effect level at 64, but turn it off. Alright? Trust me, you'll see why. Alright. Even though it's off, my bass is at 50, my middle is at 65, my treble is at 13, and my presence is at 0. Alright? The compressor, I'm using a limiter. Alright? Not a compressor, but a limiter. So go into your limiter, and let's see what we have here. If I turn the limiter off, listen. Now, remember when I had the amp off? You're getting a lot of this tone with the limiter, because I just turned the limiter off. Listen. Let's turn that limiter back on. So that is why the amp is off. So turn the amp off, but you're going to make sure the limiter is on. All right. There's my threshold, my release, my tone, and my effect level at 72. Again, this tone sounds really good with an electric guitar, but it's made for an acoustic electric. All right. What's next? Obviously, I'm not using any overdrive distortion, so we're not going to be using that. I do have noise gate, and my noise gate is at 56 for this tone. Play with your noise gate, have it at 50 or 52, whatever you want to. Mine's pretty much right in the middle, so it's at 56. All right, now I am using EQ for this. Look at my effect level, it's at plus 12, right? Listen. Remember, the amp is off, the limiter is on at what, 72? And my EQ is on at plus 12. Let's turn the EQ off. Now technically we're going to have the amp off, but the limiter at 72. Here's a tone with no EQ. Again, if you don't have EQ, you don't care for EQ, you can turn it off, go back to your amp volume and turn that up, or go to your limiter volume and turn that one up. Right? But since I have EQ at plus 12, those are my settings. That's my low gain, my high gain, and my effect level at plus 12. What's next? There is my low mid frequency, my low mid Q, and my low mid gain. Alright, what's next? There is my high mid frequency, my high mid Q, and my high mid gain. Alright, and we're almost done with the EQ. There is my low cut at flat, and my high cut is at 6.30. Alright? 3 more parameters and we're done with the country acoustic tone. I am using a chorus pedal. Right here, listen. Let's turn the chorus pedal off. See the bottom right? Let's put that chorus back on. It's in there, but it's very subtle, all right? And as you can tell, I have three chorus modes: mono, stereo 1, and stereo 2. For this, I'm using a mono stereo. There's my rate, my depth, and my effect level. See, the effect level is really low. It's at 20. If I go to the effect level and play with it, let's say I went to 70. That's going to be 2 choruses. I don't want a chorus tone for country classic, right? Listen. Right? I wanted it in there to fatten it up, give it some body. That's why I have it only at 20. Again, play with your effect level. And the reason why I have it at mono, because if I start going to high stereo, listen. So those are my settings for the chorus. Mono, rate, depth, and effect levels at 20. Play with your levels if you want to. There is my delay. If I turn the delay off, listen. Now, obviously I got this tone from someone online, or what I heard, either Chet Atkins or someone. I heard delay, like a slapback delay, so I have this delay on. Listen. Now, I can't play, but you hear it. I can't play country, but the tone is there. There's my delay time, my feedback, my high cut, and my effect level. Is how you play guitar. Alright, so those are my delay settings. It's at 262. It's in there, but it's really fast. lastly, let's go to our reverb and we're done. I'm using a plate reverb. You may have a whole bunch of reverbs to choose from. So play with the reverb. I'm using plate. There's my reverb time, my high cut, and my effect level. Alright, and that is my country acoustic guitar tone. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, leave them below. Again, play with their parameters. Remember, I had the amp off, but I had the limiter at 72. So play with that. I have the EQ at plus 12. You don't want to use EQ, go back to your limiter and boost that up a little bit. So I'm getting the volume with the EQ and the limiter since the amp is off. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, leave them below. I'm Tony, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.